Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Up next, Rashod Bateman to the New York Giants. Let's talk. The Odafe Oweh trade set the stage for other guys to be on their way out of Baltimore. With understanding that the Baltimore Ravens re-signed or extended Rashod Bateman this past offseason. But you guys know that NFL money is not like NBA money, not like Major League Baseball money. It's only as good as the paper it's printed on. And so I think that it's time for Rashod Bateman to go, right? Also a part of that 2021 first round draft class, he just hasn't done much in the Baltimore Ravens uniform. When we're talking about a first round pick from 5 seasons ago, basically, and his best season is 750 yards. Now, that's not a knock, right? That's not a knock, but that kind of speaks to his ceiling, right? Many of us, including myself, let me go ahead and say it, I thought that he would lead the team in yards based on the momentum he was building and riding on from last year. But he has come out this season and just been flat. And I think that when you see a guy not really have that continued week-to-week connection with his quarterback, when you see him stop on routes, not run routes all the way out, I think you're seeing two things from Rashod Bateman. I think you're seeing him just being tired of Baltimore, and I think you're seeing him being tired of the lack of morale on this team. And that lack of morale, that lack of camaraderie is infectious, and you're seeing it spread from player to player to player. And so I think Rashod Bateman to the Giants could be a real option. And so here's the nature of said trade: Rashod Bateman and a first round pick and a third round pick. Third round will be 2026 draft. First round is the 2027 draft, right? Can't include this draft because if we fall off the cliff, some more, then our first round pick will be super high. So we don't want to trade that away. So Baltimore will be sending Rashod Bateman, a 2027 first round pick, a 2026 third round pick to the New York Giants in exchange for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, Thibodeaux himself has not always been super explosive, but he's consistent. He has a consistent motor. He consistently bends the edge, and he does get sacks. And I think part of Thibodeaux's issue is just he has not been a part of a good organization since the departure of Eli Manning. And so when you're not winning, or when you don't have real potential to win, I think it kind of brings you down. It kind of creates a lull in your competitive spirit. And so I think that Kayvon Thibodeaux getting a fresh start in Baltimore, Rashod Bateman getting a fresh start in New York, I think it could serve both players well. Why does the trade work for both teams? Well, for the Baltimore Ravens, sending Rashod Bateman a first and a third away. Number one, Rashod Bateman's contract that would be paid around $13 million per season will offset some of the money that Thibodeaux will make on his next contract. That's number one. You have to sacrifice that first round pick and a third round pick because you got to give some right now compensation to the Giants for getting Thibodeaux in-house. And then with the potential that he has to be a high-end edge rusher, that's what the first round pick is for. All right. It works for the Baltimore Ravens because that 2027 first round pick, if all things work out, it'll be that 25 and lower range of that first round. So 25 through 32. And we haven't done spectacular drafting that low in the first round in a long time, right? Other than pulling out Tyler Linderbaum, we don't have a great track record of drafting that low in the first round. So it won't be that big of a deal as it pertains to compensation. Why does the trade work for the New York Giants? Well, the New York Giants this past draft took Abdul Carter in the first round. They already brought in Brian Burns and paid him a couple of seasons ago, right? So Thibodeaux will need to get paid prior to Brian Burns' contract running out. So to have all of that money into your edge rush position will not allow you to do other things around your roster. And we know that that Giants roster does need some help. Well, also it works for the New York Giants because Malik Neighbors tore his ACL, so he's out for the season. Well, what do you need for a young quarterback to continue to develop and do his thing? You need a wide receiver. Now, Rashod Bateman is not a number one level wide receiver, but he is a good complementary receiver. He can run routes, he has good hands, and he has good speed. And so I think that will offer the New York Giants a low wage. $13 million is not low wage, but for a NFL wide receiver it is. It will offer the Giants a low wage. It will give him somebody to throw to while Jackson Dart continues to develop. So both teams will get something that they need. The New York Giants won't have to pay $25 to $30 million for a Kayvon Thibodeaux extension. And the Baltimore Ravens can have an edge rusher who is proven while Mike Green continues to develop. And then as it pertains to us offensively, you just still have Zay Flowers at the number one. DeAndre Hopkins can be slotted in at the number two. And then you can move Devontae Walker up to the number 3 spot, who does need some more reps because he has definitely earned it. So you guys let me know what you think about Rashod Bateman going to the New York Giants. Again, that trade would be Rashod Bateman, a 2026 third round pick, a 2027 first round pick, which of course I believe will be at the bottom of the first round, for Kayvon Thibodeaux, and then let me throw in a 5th rounder. So we get Kayvon Thibodeaux and a 5th round pick from the Giants in exchange for Rashod Bateman. You guys let me know. I'm Miguel Boulanger, and I'm out.